Did a lot of that open guard stuff on Monday, so closed guard today, and on Friday we'll see how things progress. So let's start off with setting an overhook. All right, from self-defense, punch defense. We'll go over it more on maybe Friday or another next week, bridging into next week. If he's throwing that punch, it's actually quite easy to get my body into that overhook position. So what I think I'm looking for is I'm looking for this hand, ideally on the ground, but under my armpit with control of it, okay? So to set it, I've got to get it to like the outside so I can wrap it up. So there's kind of two, no, we're not gonna worry about punching right now. Okay. So kind of two basic ways you can do it. Kind of basic old school is like come up, sit down, I get him to the ground, his feet, his hand touch, now I'm gonna set my overhook. As I set it around, I'm gonna drive that hand through. If he has the gi, I'm actually trying to set a grip. If you got, here, just turn this way so you can see. Okay. As I kind of take this hand through, I'm gonna grab that collar so I have a nice tight grip. Now he's like, I'm locked into that elbow. So I can start manipulating it, putting some pressure on it. But when I want to start setting up and using or attacking this arm, I have to create an angle. So first, I'm pushing his head away. And that starts creating that space right away. From self-defense, I'm punching, put see that nice little face he's making? My thumb in there, or I'm just pushing that head away. As I push his head away, my opposite foot comes to the mat. I shrimp my hips a little bit, and then I regain my guard. Now I can get an elbow lock right there. That's when I try to get that lock right there. In the beginning, that elbow lock is going to be hard. It's like that Udigatami we did last week where that kind of hand and body position has to be on the right spot. It's very similar to here. It's not going to be it's a good percentage, but it's not a really, really high percentage. But it sets up a lot of different other things. But we'll just first get that movement. So right now, we're just going to do the same thing. I'm going to just basic control and attack the head, get his hands down. As I pull him down and bring my knees to my chest and trying to collapse right at the base of that skull, set my overhook and try to get a gi. If I don't have a gi, it just stays right in my belly. If I have the gi, I grab right in that collar into the neck. Now I start making him look the other way. That opens up the ability for me to put my leg on the mat. I open him up, regain my guard, and then if you look at my left arm, I'm now gonna think about just driving my left arm to my belly. And that's because his elbow's like right there. Like my like hip or side is the actual breaking point. Okay, so try that, see how it feels, and then we're gonna kind of go on from there. I'm gonna play overhook, underhook all from guard today. Mike and I had a brief conversation another day about it, and I thought it was a good point. So that's what we're doing. Questions? Let's do it. All right, start again. I'm gonna give you guys our setup. So this obviously is a great concept, reaching up, grabbing the head, and pulling him in. But you know, let's be honest, when someone is posturing up or someone's really strong, it's gonna be hard to do that. So one of the traditional BJJ ways, especially if someone's got a tight grip on it, is you actually pulling it and then pulling it around your head so you can set it up that way. And then when I get my grip, I let go. So that's if you look at that, it's a cross grip, comes inside. Now I'm pulling my lat and elbow, try to put it behind my armpit, and then getting the grip, letting go, and I'm right back to that position. Everybody see that? Yeah. Okay, good. So go back to now. Again, what I was trying to say is I want him to go, his head to go that way and my body to go around. So pushing the head is great too, but you also just let you know you can come to the shoulder sometimes too, so I can push that shoulder and actually get my knee in there and control and move over that way as well. All right, so we're back here, and let's say I can't get it here. All I'm gonna do is take the foot. Oh, sorry, Dave. Sorry, I was trying not to hit you in the head, but I did anyways. I hit a foot in front of his face. I'm going for Omoplata, and then I'll drive my calf and knee down and hit it that way. I can transfer right to Omoplata or just finish him right there. So do that again. So, yep, sorry. Okay. All right, or Omoplata's right there too. That's a nice, in Japanese, in Kobukai Jiu-Jitsu, we call it side Jujigatami or Yoko Jujigatami. And it's a nice, quick submission. Jesse Swanson. does a variation of that. That's really cool. Instead of going and attacking Omoplata for like sweeps, stuff like that, because she's maybe smaller than a lot of the guys she rolls with, she just hits arm from that same exact position. Cool? Questions? Let's do it. So the reason why we did pummeling beginning class, let's say I have an overhook, okay? And a lot of times when there's like very strong guys, I've mentioned before, like Damian Roberts, Josh Owen, who actually use the overhook to start passing. And that is very, very tough to deal with, is that they start, don't do it because my groin, they start pushing and opening that side and using that overhook to drive through. And for a guy like myself who likes to play closed guard, it's a very frustrating game. So what I was just doing to in defending was I was coming and capturing that shoulder too. So I forget who was one with I think it was my either cousin or I forget who it was. And we were kind of in this battle, and I don't think he even realized I was working at overhook because I was so heavy on this that all of a sudden this opened up. And then I had, sorry buddy, I had the almost exact same arm lock, but with an underhook, what we call like, our standing arm lock that we do off like our W2 entrance when we're doing the standing combatives, or here or there. I'm just doing that same exact thing. So I'm using that underhook to set up the straight arm lock. So if it was here, if you just tight, let's feed it for my underhook, framing weight ahead, same movement. Tap. I mean, he bent it. That's fine too. It's like arm and shoulder together. Or again, we start going to our Kimura's wrists. Or now we are back where that arm lock came from in the beginning. Do you guys see how that all relates? Or is it just my crazy mind that sees it? Because it's just, I think it's fucking cool. Because there's shit everywhere. So how I can choose now. Now I'm just playing that game where I'm gonna go here now instead. It's just so. Last 5 minutes, I want you guys to play that overhook and underhook and just kind of flow around and see what comes out. Okay, just anything. Omoplatas, straight arm locks, sweeps. Just play around with that underhook, overhook position and get a little flow going, and we'll roll after that. Cool? Let's do it.